Okay, take two. Yeah, this is Pat D's. Welcome to Money Me. I was trying to record this a couple minutes ago, and the phone kept ringing. So let's take two here. So I have to have something to laugh about because, as you can see by the title, down $8,000 on selling short. Roku is really hurting me, and man, and if you look at the thumbnail, I was going to make this video a day or two ago, down a little over 5,000, and the stock is up as we speak at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, up 9.5% today. So I don't know what I got wrong, but man, in this crazy market today, and I follow people on Twitter and really try to look into. I don't make mistakes generally this big. I mean, have I bought in stocks that I've sold too early, and yes, they've run, or I shorted Apple last year when COVID broke out, and I took a $5,000 loss on that and walked away from it, and I'm glad I did. But let's look at a chart. Let's dig into what my thinking was and share my story with you guys. Not many people are willing to admit when they're wrong or when things happen. And unfortunately, they happen. Let's make the chart bigger here. All right, here's the Roku chart. I mean, this is a daily chart since last June, and we're gonna dig. I mean, look at today. I mean, the stock was at 4. It was actually down some, and I actually had a small position of 420 puts because here we are looking like we're finally going to get some yesterday some pullback, and yeah, we had a 5 point pullback, and it's been I mean today it's just a beast. It's just a monster. So. Look at this stock since November the 3rd. It was $206.50, and it is now approaching. We are in some strange times. I mean, I remember when analysts would come out. Excuse me, take a drink there, and they would put price targets on stocks. 450 Roku. 450, 475. Well, that was in 12 months, not 2 weeks. Now these analysts are coming out and putting price targets on stocks that are 25, 30% away, and they're hitting the price targets within a week or two. And that's just crazy. This stock has a 52-week range of $58.22, and it hit a high today of $484.85. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, okay, let's the 58.22. If we go back and you can see me zooming out on the chart, that's the bottom range. When everything shut down in March, but relatively speaking, it was hanging out in the 120, 150 area, we'll say, but. I shorted it, and this is where my average short is around $320. I had watched it break out here, and this was an earnings report, so it broke out, and it was 255, and it actually even dropped a couple. So it spiked on earnings. It looks like earnings right here. So you basically had a move of 200 to 250, and it dropped back down to 210 in a sense, but steadily it's all it did is rise. And I started shorting it around 290, shorted some here, so my average short is approximately 321. I've shorted anywhere from 50 to 100 shares. I've covered some. I've took some loss on some, and just to kind of answer margin calls or have a smaller position in the account. But I'm so now at a loss, and I've made money on other positions. But I mean, I've even took money out of another account, a retirement account, to answer a margin call because I just feel like there's a lot of short covering going on, and this is one of those situations that you're looking at it right, and oh man, it's hard not to get emotional over it, and think like what the hell, what are we doing wrong? Because here it was, and we're talking, this is just a daily chart. We're not talking like we're talking like it went from 302 to 360 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, basically 2 weeks, 9 trading days, 2 weeks. And then it started to break down here. And I thought, okay, great. We were getting right back down to, I was about 20 points. At that time, I think I needed to hit to break even was around 283. I say my average cost right now is 321 because I shorted some up in here. So, but at this time, I was only looking at approximately a $1,500 loss. So, I was like, okay, and there's where, people are watching. Let me see if I can draw any Bollinger Bands or, yeah. Okay. I think we put some Bollinger Bands. I mean, clearly it's breaking out. Of those, it was in that, and here it even broke down below that, and I was obviously based on a lot of charts, and that's the problem is when you listen to too many people sometimes. And I'm making this video again not as an expert. I'm sharing my experience with you. How many people publicly? Everybody always wants to show everything they do that they do great at or do good at, or all the great trades, but no one ever talks about the losses. And I could tell you that this is the worst loss I've probably had in 20 years on one position. I mean, I shorted Amazon probably 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago. It was actually, it was about 21 years ago, back in 99, 2000. The sad part is I covered the position and took a loss to watch it 2 weeks later collapse. And I took the loss, and I would have made money on it. And what it did to me mentally was I actually got out of stocks for a while and didn't. And that was a mistake because there was a chance to buy Amazon at $5, and now Amazon today is over 3,000. I mean, so you would have made 600 times your money had I not gotten out of it. So, but here, sorry about that. That's the only thing I hate about TradingView is what do you get? 30 seconds to look at the chart and then it cuts you off. That's ridiculous. It's because everybody wants to sell you, and unless you really use the stuff, you're trading $1 million. How much? It's that's why I use multiple sites for charts. But here the stock, and then it started, and when it broke out here again at 340, it went up to, I went 100 points, 100 point move in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days again, 100 point move. We started getting some to cool, and some people say, oh well, why didn't you cover back then? Now here you're talking about 445 to 380. My average is 321. I'm still 60 points. So even then I was still down about $3,300 based on the position I've had. I've had to sell other stocks that I've had just to kind of, because I'm stuck in this, and I know what's going to happen. We know that this is not worth what it is, and this is crazy. And to be getting 200% moves on, and I know everybody, okay, the argument is this is the streaming, this is the powerful one, this is the sometimes give me a break. I mean, and then I'll dig into those. This has just got momentum behind it. Now let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 385 to basically 485. So instead of 9 days, it only took 8 days to move 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's taking like, I mean, earnings are next week, but that's even if it goes back down to, I mean, even in here where kind of 380, I'm still, man, this is tough, because even if I covered at 380, I'm still down. Basically right now I'm down over 8,000. I'd be down only about 3,000. So it really makes it tough. I don't know what to do. It's one of those situations, and I'll show you what I'm thinking. And it reminds me, and I know it's a different company, but people were touting Zoom. Here was Zoom. Zoom went from 70 to basically 600. Look at the chart, breaking out, and finally, boom. I mean, it pulled back 587 to 370, and now it's kind of been averaging. And this one probably looks like it's actually going to start breaking out some and may get back up if it breaks, because it kind of looks like the triangle kind of going down. So this one actually looks like it's going to actually break it. But it had a crazy run from here, 230 to 585. Came back down to 330. So I mean, you're talking 580, 330. I mean, you're talking a 250 point drop. I mean, I don't need a 250 point drop to break even on ROKU. I mean, that would, if that happened, that would put it down in the 230 range, and obviously I would make money. So, but let's go to Yahoo and look into. If you guys aren't familiar with ROKU, I'm sure you are if you're watching this. Obviously, I mean, they make the streaming boxes that come in on your TV, or the side boxes that if you can't, stream like Netflix and things like that, you're able to. But let's dig into some of the numbers. I mean, the market cap last year was 10 billion. Now it's $56 billion. Revenue is 1.54 billion dollars. I mean, they're losing money. They have approximately $8 a share in cash. Actually, I did notice that even, and that's what probably has caused a lot of the run, is the stock was $15 a year ago, and now it's $10. $10. Now it's I'm sorry, $10. It dropped 10 million shares, so now the short position is only like $4 million dollars. See, even the chart says here it's saying it's bearish. To me, this stock is just overvalued, and why do I say that? Okay. I mean, look, the 1 year target is 321. Yeah, I'd take 321 just to break even. Why? Let's say right now, let's go back. Let's go to Earnings Whisper and dig into what their last quarter was for their earnings. I mean, basically, price times earnings don't even matter no more. I featured this ROKU or Earnings Whisper in my video about a week ago. What is Earnings Whisper? And this is a good way to look up the date that the earnings come out, what's expected, what the revenues are and stuff like that. So their last quarter reported September 20th earnings of 9 cents a share on revenue of $451 million. The consensus was an estimate of 4 cent loss of revenue. $370 million. Earnings was a loss of 3 30 cents. Revenue grew 73%. So revenue is obviously growing. And do they show technical? I probably have to sign up for something on that one. Yeah, you have to get really into. So let's go back. Let's go back and see. They're saying they're going to make 3 cents a share. Let's go. Let's say they blow that out of the water, and they make 12 cents a share. Their revenues are supposed to be okay. So they're saying 3 cents. I'm going to say 12 cents. And again, this is a total guess. Revenue is 615 million. I'm going to up that and say it's going to be, with the Christmas holidays and more, sets going out, we're going to say 850 million. So clearly it's going to blow the numbers out. But 12 cents a share per quarter. I mean, do the math. Let's get aggressive, and let's say next year they make $1 a share. $1 a share. $1. $1. And I don't think they're supposed to make. They're estimated to make 60 cents. They're not even supposed to make $1. But let's go with $1. Okay, let's say the company is growing at 100 times per. So at 100 times $1, the stock would be $100. Even if we double that target, it would be $200. Why is the stock $476 as we speak? It's just crazy. There is no way that this is worth the money that it is. There's no way. And this is the thesis why I am short the stock. And people say, well, why? Hey Pat, why'd you short the stock? Well, looking at the fundamentals, when you get a move from 200 to 300. Now, mind you, that did take 9 trading days. What has happened between the 300 and almost the 500 here? We're getting 100-point moves in 9 days. Before it took 3 months to get 100-point moves. This stock will pull back one day. They're making they're talking about the advertisement. I get it. The potential on there and stuff like that. I get it. I get all that story. But I don't get is that you have a company valued at $55 billion that's not even making $1 a share. This is just pure momentum. There's no way anything else that I can explain. That you got to understand, and a lot of people just buy. Oh, well, we got Roku on my TV and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's the Fire Stick, there's competition, there's Google coming out. There's a lot of things that are happening that that I don't see. They're not, they just bought into a company. They're starting to do some content and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. Fundamentally, still the stock has to trade, and there will come a day, mark my word, there will come a day, and I hope that I'm still short and that I profit from it, or I got some puts. There will come a day that this stock will drop 75, 100 points in a short period of time. I know that will happen. Even if you even like I said, if you assume that a couple years down the road, it's going to earn. Growth is going to slow eventually. A couple years. I mean, yeah, I know there's international expansion and stuff like that, but you have a company trading at hundreds of times earnings. It just doesn't make sense. Let's go to CNBC and see what PE they have assigned for it. I mean, look, this is just crazy. Year to date, I mean, it's up from 320. It's pretty much about where And I've only been in this short position for it's got a negative PE of 565. HBO, and I think that's why it's probably up today, because the HBO Max, the wording on that, but year-to-date change 285%. It's actually now got a $60 billion market cap. That other Yahoo one wasn't up to date, so it's even larger than that. So, all right, I wanted to show you this was a hard video to make. I wanted to show you that we do get losers. Not everything's you post is a winner. I'm not proud of the fact it financially is hurting the account, and when it goes up like this, it takes away money to make other trades and do other things. So this stock, this is hurting. This is hurting today, and I'm hoping just to break even now on this. But this will be. I might have to take a couple $1,000 loss and basically kind of trade it, at 10, 15 points at a time to just try to. But I might be chasing this all year to try to recoup the money that I lost on this position. See if there was any news today, real quick. No. Yeah, not even seeing no news on today why it's up and stuff like that. So, hey guys, I do appreciate you. I've bought stocks that have been down 50%. I've sat on them, waited them to come back, and have lowered my cost basis and have done great with that. I don't short a whole lot of stocks. I usually wait until they have a nice run and kind of look into it, look in the fundamentals of it, and then I make a decision to short. And this one clearly has backfired on me. So I appreciate the support. If you guys could give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe. Check out the video where sign up for Webull. And if you do, you get free stock, and I actually get, I think, one free share for the referral. So I'll put the link down to the video below, and if you guys could check that one out, I'd greatly appreciate it. So have a great day.